The Katie Kelly Show.
Already started.
Yeah, so everyone knows that you're...
Hi, Mom.
Mom does not know about this podcast.
I know. Or she knows about it Nama Corkum style and doesn't know about it.
Meaning...
Denial ain't just a river in Egypt.
Well, she should be proud. I mean, this is a major award. Like, this is a big deal. I know, it's funny. I actually told Dad the other day. I was like, by the way, I have a podcast. And he's like, what's the name? And I was like, The Katie Kelly Show. And then he never said anything to me after that. I think they don't care.
Probably not.
Next time we do this, we cannot schedule it for after a weekend where we just hung out with our family. Because all I want to do is talk about the 4th of July and talk straight cash shit about everyone that we know.
Okay.
But we can't.
Okay.
But wouldn't it be great if we could?
Well, I don't think I have any shit to talk, but I would listen.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had a great time, but like, you know, I'll always find something to talk about, you know.
Okay.
Well, like, actually, Mom doesn't listen to this. How about the ACs that didn't work? Were you ever, wait, did you know that the ACs in the house didn't work, or were you always outside?
No, I knew that.
Okay. You realize I slept over there? Slept being I spent the night at their house. I wouldn't say I fell asleep.
This was no different than when we were kids.
But we were kids.
Right, yes.
I know. And I was like...
But it's a whole thing. They're having people coming over to fix it. They had it done last year. They're not happy about it. They paid a lot of money and it's not working. Dad talked to me about it. It's not intentional.
Yeah, but like... Yeah, I'm not saying they broke the machines before the party to like mess with us.
Sabotage. But this will keep people from staying here.
No, but if you're having people over during a heat wave, like, wouldn't you try to make sure the AC, like, wouldn't you get the AC guy in?
They had an appointment. The soonest they could get him in was literally, I think, Monday morning. Dad was telling me about it. He was not happy about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I give them a pass on this one.
That changes everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they should have spoken up. Yeah, I was talking a lot of shit in my head about them.
Yeah, Dad and I had a good conversation about talking to the guy and not sounding like a psychopath.
Meaning what?
Meaning how you don't start off with, didn't I just have you out here last year and paid goddamn $12,000? And, you know, because that's in me too. Like
Firing off at people does not work. You've got to be cool and you've got to be calm and you've got to be collected. It took me 40 years to learn that. But yeah, you can't yell at people about stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's more fun to, but you can't.
Well, I always save a round in the chamber in case it's not going well, right? And then you've already got a couple of lines like prepared. Like it gets to that point and you're like, okay, so now, and then you unload, and then you become the psychopath. So.
Yeah. I've always got one in my back pocket. I was in CVS with Hazel, and she was running around, but not like maniacally, not insane. And I saw this like older woman like getting really upset. And finally the woman was like, I have a bad knee. I can't have your daughter knock me over. And I was like, you're fine. Relax. And I was like, oh God, I had an outburst. I'd gone so long without an outburst. Oh yeah, so Lennox and I are in the bedroom playing cards, and he's like, Mom, feel my shirt, it's soaking wet. And I was like, feel my shirt, it's soaking wet, because we were both like dripping sweat. And then I was like, son, I have bad news. Part of being a Kelly, for your whole life, you will always be the sweatiest person in every room. It's really bad.
That's why I was friends with Kieran.
He was worse?
Oh God, he sweat through his cummerbund at prom.
Sweet Jesus.
I know. Great guy.
Yeah.
Great friend.
I was working at a summer place and I was playing a game of flag football, which by the way, I had the best catch of my life in that game. Best catch of my life. I think it's the only time I've ever been running and someone threw a football and I caught it. It was so exciting. It was just really exciting. But whatever, I was running around and then I like went back to like the main area and Ben Coriano goes, oh, did you just jump in the pool? And I was like, no, dude, I was playing flag football. But I was drenched head to toe. It's bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, so Lennox, this is going to be your whole life. Like, you sweating through clothes, like, get used to it. And he goes, I already know. And I was like, yeah, it's bad. And it's also bad because I think we're in the minority. I always see people like looking at me and judging me. Like, I think most.
For sure, yes.
Yeah.
There's a percentile, and we are north of 90, for sure.
Oh, did you write any questions?
I didn't write any questions. The only one that I wanted to ask was, you spend a lot of time talking about movies and reminiscing about movies and movie quotes and movie performances. I feel like this is kind of a basic question, but I feel like it means more from you just because of, what is your favorite movie?
Oh my God. First of all, great setup to a question.
Thank you. I gave that a lot of thought.
Yeah, that was really nice. Obviously, it's a layered answer. I break this down into categories. The movie that I've seen the most times is Clue. Okay, I've seen that.
Of course. That's
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen Clue the most times? Are there people out there who have not seen Clue more than any other movie?
I think there's people out there that don't know what Clue is. People don't have a clue about Clue. They don't. I don't think people know. You think most people know about Clue?
I don't think so.
We're going to make this a thing.
Yeah,
We're going to get
it's
a
gotta
poll.
Be a thing. That's a good point. I think that's probably the movie that I've seen the most.
So it's funny. This is kind of like a point of like shame in my life because I think the two funniest movies are Clue and have you ever seen Noises Off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think those are the two funniest movies, but neither of those movies are traditional movies with a hero's journey.
Right.
They're not even really movies. They're both more like plays. And so I feel this like deep shame that my kind of two favorite movies aren't really movies because a movie should have a hero that encounters a problem and like solves it. Yeah. Okay, but then if we want to talk about like other things like Shawshank Redemption, I think that's like the best movie ever.
Yeah, you wouldn't be alone in that.
I mean
that's very.
I didn't invent that. Yeah, movie that I saw most time in the theaters, The Cutting Edge. I saw The Cutting Edge 8 times in the movie theater.
Oh wow, 8 times, huh?
Yeah, and that's actually a phenomenal movie. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a good movie. Yeah. Not in my top 10.
I will say this. I think Monsters, Inc. is a perfect movie.
A perfect movie.
A perfect movie. A perfect movie.
That's a bold statement.
A perfect movie. No mistakes made. And you know what else is a perfect movie? Shakespeare in Love, which is an old Gwyneth Paltrow movie.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I even remember.
There's not one bad line, one bad beat, one bad music choice, I watched it the other day. They don't make any mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 more things. Okay. A new favorite movie of mine, which I've already kind of mentioned once today, is Top Gun Maverick.
Hold on. It was trash.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was so derivative. That's like saying The Force Awakens.
Have you no soul? Okay, what are you talking about? First of all, of course it was derivative. It was derived from the original.
Too contrived. It was too contrived.
I cry at least 3 times each time I watch it. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5 times. That movie moves me. You're not moved?
No, I cried because I just wanted to get out of the theater. Like, I couldn't believe I wasted that money.
One Battle After Another. Did you see that movie?
Yes.
I loved that. I'm not saying this is my favorite movie, but I was so amazingly impressed with that movie.
That was very well done and like appropriately difficult at times. And there was also the really like awkwardness of Sean Penn really like looking like Dad and having very similar mannerisms, and it was like,
if anyone is wondering what our dad looks like, he looks like Sean Penn in One Battle After the Other. Uncanny. I feel like Sean Penn might have shadowed Dad for that role. I just spit on you because they look so similar. I'm so glad you think that. Also, the movie's a fucking comedy. When when Sean Penn shows up with his face all fucked up. And then they kill him in the office. Spoiler alert. That was hysterical. That was hysterical. Like his face had been blown off. Leo was at his comedic best in that movie. Bugging out and like, who's this? This is Bob Ferguson. Who's this? And like, you're not being cool, man. Like, give me the coordinates. Yeah. And then Benicio del Toro, that he's the best ever. He's just the man. Everything he does, he's the man.
One of my guilty pleasures in life is the 1970s TV show Emergency that was about like the first two EMTs in Los Angeles, and those guys, like especially fireman Johnny Gage was like my hero.
Oh my God!
I had like a little Fisher Price action figure that was a fireman that to me was like Johnny Gage. Anyway.
Oh, that's cute.
The other actor is Kevin Teague. Those guys like live rent free in my brain as like the two of the coolest guys ever. And he was one of the Hail Santa guys from
Christmas Avengers.
Right. Yeah.
Something. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
He was in that like big secret room. The really old guy was that actor. It was, like some parts like just disappointed because like
they're so racist.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
But then I was also really happy for him that he's like that age and he's still like gets a part in like in a great movie.
Wait, he wasn't the guy from. He wasn't the guy from Lost, was he? He wasn't John Locke's dad. He was one of the. You're a Lost person, right?
I am on season 1 right now.
Oh.
It's time that I watched Lost.
You're gonna love it. It's really just the best show ever. I always.
Are you looking it up now?
Yeah.
Tighe, I think is his last name.
No, I was just looking up John Locke's dad. Is that him?
That looks like Joe Biden to me without my glasses.
And it actually, it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he's from Lost.
No, he's from Emergency.
Oh, he's from which I will. I'm going to look into Emergency. That sounds good.
Okay, so this is not me saying greatest show ever. You're gonna love it. It like I said, it lives rent free in my head because of the era. Because when you're, I probably watched it when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old.
That's probably my like. Remember the show Matt Houston?
Oh yeah,
I thought Matt Houston.
Lee Horsley.
I thought Matt Houston was the man when I was younger.
Absolutely.
I was like, this is the coolest person on the planet because I only knew like one person on the planet.
Right. Yeah.
And Airwolf.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Okay, do you know that to this day? Do you remember the episode of Airwolf where they killed Airwolf's girlfriend? They killed her in the gnarliest way. It was so messed up. They took her and they just dropped her off in the desert, and then they told Airwolf, they're like, she's in the desert. So he like tried to get to her, but like he wasn't going to get there in time, like because of like the heat and the whatever. And so he like finally got there and she was just like dead from like no water. And that fucked me up so bad. To this day, I have a fear of like dying.
Being dropped off in the desert.
Even like getting too hot. Dying from heat. I was like, that had to be the worst way to die. And Airwolf, like, that's gotta be the worst way to die.
Please call him Stringfellow Hawk. Okay?
Is that his name? Yeah. I watched this when I was 6, so I have like, I hardly remember.
That's a tough. Okay, so that's for a 6-year-old. That's tough. So Airwolf.
Yes, I shouldn't have been watching Airwolf.
Airwolf was one of those shows. Like there was like the 8 to 9 p.m. shows like A-Team and Matt Houston, which were like people might like get killed or whatever, but it would be like really subtle, and you wouldn't.
Yeah, no one really got killed on A-Team.
Wouldn't be traumatizing for sure, right? Yeah, tons of like automatic weapon fire everywhere, and not a single person.
People just fall down. Yeah.
But Airwolf was, and somebody might double check this. Airwolf was a later time slot. It was a little more hardcore. It was a little darker.
And I felt it. I always thought that was a really like diabolical way to like kill someone's girlfriend.
For sure.
Because like he did, I think, try to get to her in time, but they like knew like he's not going to get there in time. At the end of my last episode, I was like, next week I'm having on my brother Billy. And I started like describing you. I was like, great guy. He was in the Army. He went to Notre Dame. Actually, he's never missed a Notre Dame football game. Actually, that even includes bringing a TV to my sister's wedding and watching it while we were having our photos taken. This guy's a real lunatic. You've got to check out this episode.
That was the first undefeated season that they'd had like that long in quite a long time. I'm a lunatic like that.
I want to completely dissect this. You have missed games, you just weren't going to miss this game.
I would say since the invention of DVR, there have probably been a real decent number that I watched it like a couple hours later.
You haven't really missed a game if you watch it later.
I would say there's probably since 1992 been fewer than 5 games that I did not see. Yeah.
Okay, to me that's insane, but that's guy stuff. So
But
maybe
it's
that's
also not baseball. This isn't 162 games in a season. This is you play 12 regular season games and up until the past few years, 1 postseason game. So
Oh, I'll give you that. 12's not a lot. I would have thought it was
Right.
like 30 or something. They only play
Right.
12 games a year?
yeah. So
Really?
So football.
That's
you
ridiculous.
Pretty much can only like the human body can only take 1 game per week. You're only going to get 12 games in.
Wait, how many games did they play in the NFL?
So now they are up to 18, which is and not even that's been a thing.
This is shocking news.
Yeah.
I thought that there was 30 games a season.
It feels like more, because football occupies such tremendous headspace in this country. But football, if you lose a couple games, that might mean not making the playoffs. So
Higher
each football
stakes.
game, each football
Higher
game.
stakes. That helps your cause a lot. When you found out Cindy's getting married, you went out and bought. Billy was one of the first people to ever own one of that thing you owned. I didn't know anyone else that owned that.
It was Dad's. I didn't buy it. Yeah, Dad had that, and he'd had it for a while.
Wow. This story is not what I thought it was.
So this was 2002, and this just pulled like TV airwaves, right? Like you needed an antenna for this. There was no internet connection. It was not streaming. It wasn't anything like this. It was the game was on NBC, and there's an NBC in West Hartford, and so the connection in theory should have been pretty good, but yeah.
And I'd never seen that before. It was like Back to the Future 2. I was like, Billy's watching TV in his hands. Like, this is crazy. Remember, we were like on this like cascading staircase, like all dressed to the nines. And in between shots, Billy would look down at the screen, and the guy would be like, all right, say cheese. Or like, he probably didn't say cheese. But you'd look up, and again, I'm not putting you down. I love this. Everyone should be being more insane always. It's more interesting. And that's just like one of my favorite fun facts about you. Another fun fact, that was the wedding where they almost killed Nana Corkum. When
Remind me.
They put shellfish in the appetizers. And it was we were like, no shellfish. No shellfish. Oh my God. That would have been a story.
Yeah. I want to talk about one of the greatest 4th of July weekends of all time.
Okay.
Which was when you and Johnny came out to visit us in Chicago.
Went to a party at Sarah Kennedy's house?
And we we were worried about fitting in there because we didn't know anybody, and so we all decided that we needed to have a password. Like we all had a secret password that we had to work into every conversation that we had, and just see if anybody picked up on it.
Yeah.
And that was so wildly entertaining.
This was also one of the best parties I've ever been to. And it was such a great idea to do that. Is that what you're getting at, that was the best party ever?
This whole weekend was. There's another thing that I want to get to as well, but yeah.
We went to this party. We're not going to know anyone. How are we going to entertain ourselves? So we came up with this game where we each had like a fake. I remember I said I was a writer. I worked for Jane magazine. We had different, like I think you had to be you because you knew the person throwing the party, but the rest of us came up with like aliases. And I was telling people I was like a different person.
I think that was probably just you. The way I remember it was we each had a fairly unusual phrase that we needed, and so probably as part of your phrase was it investigative journalism?
Yes, investigative
Right.
journalism.
So,
yes.
So as part of that was probably.
I think it might have been investigative reporting, but okay.
That was an artifact, I think, of the phrase that you had to use. Right,
Okay.
and there were like other ridiculous ones. I don't even remember all of them. It was like one of them was like leisure suit or something like that.
But it's really hard. Try to fit investigative reporting into a conversation. It doesn't happen organically.
Yeah.
I really had to keep changing the subject to get this in there.
But it was fantastic. Like it made that far more interesting. And
it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's really like I can't believe I haven't done it again.
so we went to a White Sox game. I did that trick where you buy the cheapest seats and you get there early. You get in line for wristbands so you can sit at a picnic table. And we sat at a picnic table right in right field.
Phenomenal.
We brought an American flag. We were on the Jumbotron all the time. It was so much fun.
And that was the first time I ever had Blue Moon.
Really?
We had 80 of them.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And that's a real good hot day beer. Like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those seats were perfect.
Yeah. One of the nights we watched the Blues Brothers.
Yes.
And
I feel like it was the next morning, but go ahead.
It was a movie that either not everybody had seen or not fully remembered. So after watching the movie, we went downtown and hit all of the filming locations from the movie. In fact, I believe we even went into the government center and like as much as you could like walk around, like went to some of the areas where they had filmed and took a ton of pictures at all of these stops.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, since this was 2003, 2004, somewhere in there, this wasn't with our phones. This was with like a Nikon Coolpix, right? And had a SD card.
Is this going to end with you finding pictures of this trip?
No. Because that wouldn't be embarrassing to you. Oh. So we are going back to...
Oh, this story ends with me being embarrassed?
As all good Katie Kelly stories should.
Oh, God, okay.
So we're on the blue line back to our condo, and you were like, hey, let me look at some of these photos. Like, I want to see some of these photos. So I give you the camera and just having a conversation. And you're, I should have known something was wrong right away. You're like, is there
I remember now. I remember. I deleted the photos.
When it showed the trash can, and I thought I hit cancel, but maybe I didn't, and all of the photos were gone.
Oh my God!
And I was like, okay,
I remember.
It's probably in like the recycling bin. Like I'll just put the SD card in the computer, and like, no, I guess when you delete it on the camera, it's deleted for good. Not like on the computer where it like goes to the trash. And so we have no photos from that weekend.
Fuck. Damn it. Okay, and now, okay. I'm not good with technology. Okay, all right. I remember this now. I remember being on the train, and also like, you are not someone to like. It was your camera.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was probably also really scared that I was going to get in trouble.
You were.
Yeah. You were mad at the time?
I mean, I wasn't like mad like I was gonna go off.
It was a bit.
I was really disappointed. It was the greatest weekend of my life, and you ruined it.
I know. Well, maybe there's but maybe there's something there. I do have this theory, Because like, to make a long story short, I lost my high school yearbook, and I'm like, wow, I had so much fun in high school. I can't believe that I lost my yearbook. And so like, to not be upset about that, I formed this theory that maybe really good things like should just stay put and you shouldn't have mementos. So that's what happened. It's better that we don't have the pics. It's better because now we live on in glory in our minds, and it's better this way. It's better.
Maybe. But to bring that full circle, so this past weekend when Tilly and Sebi and I were watching the fireworks with the background of the lightning storm, Tilly and I had both left the house without our phones. And, she was kind of like, oh, I should have made a photo of this. I should have made a video of this. And I had the same thought, like, oh, it'd be so cool. And then it was like, let's just...
So I am right. It's better without photos.
Well, it's different if you had the photos and then you deleted them than if you never had them at all.
Is it though? Is it?
Videos for sure. Nobody ever goes back and watches videos of lightning, videos of fireworks, videos of bar mitzvahs or baptisms. Nobody ever watches those. So I would be 100% with you on videos. I do think that there will always be a place for still photos, especially to just like pull out like, hey, this was 20 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. But okay, so this is all coming full circle because fireworks the other night, people were talking about like the best fireworks they've ever seen. And like that White Sox game, when they were doing the fireworks at the end, and we were like wasted, and they were like, and I'm proud to be an American, and I was just like, USA, USA, like that was a great night. Like I was just that was the best trip.
I remember like we sang like unaccompanied Neil Diamond. Like, they're coming to America. We like passed out the lyrics and
what?
Yeah, and the whole section was just was singing.
Wait, where did these lyrics come from?
Somebody not in our group, somebody in the picnic table area had them and passed them out. But
that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
They didn't realize who they were getting with the group that we brought there.
You were having the best time ever.
But we were on the Jumbotron like, I mean, a dozen times.
I know. So much Blue Moon. That was great. Okay, more about that trip. Okay, so I deleted the photos. That's so funny because I do remember that. And sadly, that is kind of a Katie Kelly thing to do. That is, that's kind of like, what else about that trip? That was great. Oh, that's so funny because I had some like one-off questions for you, and one of them is, did you or did you not name your firstborn after your favorite bar in Chicago?
I did not. I named my firstborn after my grandmother.
Oh, sorry. Did you or did you not name your thirdborn after your favorite bar in Chicago?
And I love telling it that way because it makes it, sound cheaper than it actuwe was, but
no, there's nothing cheap about it.
The
it's an amazing bar.
The story is that, it was we were moving from upstate New York, and the Army was moving, all my belongings, and it got lost. Like it flat out got lost, and it was a kind of a panic because Laura's wedding dress was.
Wait, what got lost?
All of my personal goods, like our clothes. We were living out of 2 travel suitcases and an air mattress. We had nothing else.
Oh, I don't remember this story.
Yeah, for a month or 2.
Oh, wow.
And so we didn't have plates, we didn't have silverware, so we were going out to eat all the time, and pretty much right after work on most of the days, we went to Matilda's, which is a bar, but I mean also a bar that serves
Is it still
food.
there?
Yeah.
Shout out Matilda's.
Matilda's Baby Atlas. And it became our cheers. Like it became, we would show up and the bartenders would already know what we wanted and have it, ready for us and start orders, and got to the point where we'd go to pay the bill and there would be several things that we knew that we ordered that were not on the bill. And so long story short, even after we got finally that shipment of goods, we just went there all the time. That was our place. And
great bar. Steep staircase.
Yes.
Steep staircase.
Had the double black diamond ski like little sign right above the stairs.
Man, that was a... So yeah, the bar was upstairs and the bathrooms were downstairs, and in between was the world's steepest staircase. I bet so many people ate it going down that staircase. So many people.
Yeah.
Still though, not a deterrent. Still a good bar. Another one-off question. In A League of Their Own, do you think Dottie dropped the ball on purpose?
As the big brother, I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah. I mean, she did. She dropped it on purpose. I wrote down, what's the funniest thing that ever happened to you in the Army? Is the answer nothing, or did funny things happen?
No, funny things happen all the time.
Oh, okay.
What is the funniest?
Or were there any funny people? I can't imagine like a bunch of, really?
Of course, there's all kinds of characters. The funniest story, I was the project officer for the Y2K compliant personnel system, and Fort Drum was the first place that was getting it in the Army, and the Army was paying for me and a group of my soldiers to go to Fort Jackson in South Carolina to get trained on it, and we all got government credit cards, and one of my soldiers racked up over $3,000 in phone sex calls.
He put it on the Army's credit card?
He made them from the hotel room, and so it was on the hotel charge.
Oh my God.
And I still remember, having to meet with him.
How many hours was it? $3,000? Isn't it? That's a lot of phone sex.
It was 3 pages front to back printed out of different calls. I still remember, oh my God. I met, meeting with him and his platoon leader, and like having to start the disciplinary process, and like so all of this is true, and what do you have to say for yourself, and because
he's
totally
like, hey, I got needs, man.
He was actually like very kind of sad and shocked and astonished, and I was like, I need you to say something, like what were you thinking? He was like, it was a good number.
No, he did not. No, he did not. Oh my God. Well, he ain't lying.
Apparently.
Yeah. I wish we could shout them out. There's no phone sex anymore, right? That's gone.
Oh no, there's still. I heard that. I would be shocked if there was still phone sex, right? Like, why would you? Like, you can with the internet, you can get. Anyway, I would be surprised. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I don't want to know.
There's still got to be. It's probably just. Anywho, but because before it was I feel like there was commercials for it. There's certainly not commercials.
Well, there were commercials in like New York City. Not in like.
Okay, wait. I did want to ask one more question,
okay.
And we'll try to make it quick because I asked Sean this on his episode, and he had the greatest answer.
Breathe.
True. What's the dumbest purchase you've ever made?
So, as a 6'1" white guy who was obsessed with basketball and who could jump and grab a little bit of rim in his prime.
Sure.
I saw an ad in some magazine for jump soles, which were just basically these rubberized blocks that you would strap to the front part of your shoes, if you believed the ad, like I'd be able to
Yeah.
jump and touch the top of the backboard in about 3 weeks. And
I love this answer. I
there
couldn't
was-
have asked for a better answer than this.
there was no improvement.
The vertical didn't
ever.
change.
No, not at all.
What a great answer. I love that for you. I love that for you.
And it's
Okay.
kind of heartbreaking too.
Well, no, you
I wanted
tried.
to dunk so bad.
Yeah. So badly that once you jumped off a trampoline to try to dunk, we'll do that next time. Or was it not a
Sure.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got way
No, that's a good story.
Yeah, we've got dunking stories. Okay, but my daughter's coming home. I need to start being a parent. I love you so much. Thank you for doing this.
I love you too.
I
Thank
had a
you for
lot of
having me.
fun. And yeah, I don't know. I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
The Kitty Kelly Show.